All right, this is yeah, I guess it's VADIM production. Yeah, it's VADIM production. Yeah, reword.
When I first started getting into music, when I first started buying records and really getting into music, like in the mid to late '80s, it's very difficult to get information on artists I was into, or to find certain records and stuff like that. I was into BDP and KRS-One and a lot of like New York hip hop in the late '80s, and I was living in London, and it's difficult to know what's happening, who's hot, who's doing what at certain 12 inches and whatnot. Now you can go online and go on the internet and find anything. As soon as something gets released into the public domain, whether that's a record, cassette, digital, whatever, as soon as there's a sniff of something, everybody can know about that thing. You can find information. So that empowers you as a consumer. It empowers you as a music fan, that suddenly if you're into an artist, you can find out that whole discography of that artist. I like to evoke the spirit of that, because I don't want to make music I don't want to make music for hipsters. I want to make music that everyone can relate to, not just a certain type of people. I don't want to just say, okay, yeah, I just make New York, it's all about New York, Paris, Tokyo. Just like the super, uber, cool place, Because real people, other people listen to music too. My music is for everyone, for the whole world.
These scars, I could do kind of the last place, cause most can see the beginning in God's mercy. Bottles, down your clear holes, I was told something to either be or cold. These scars, I could do kind of the last place, cause most can see the beginning in God's mercy. Bottles, down your clear holes, I was told something to either be or cold. I meet you at the end of time when trends have died. We exemplify the tender minds that stand the skies from sun. Sex to blow moons, you choose and you choose, stopping out of your heads too.
I started off being a poet, who then became an MC. Now I see myself as an MC, but because I'm very melodic in my ways, people automatically put me in a bracket of singing. But I'm like, who cares? Like when I was growing up, I didn't have anyone. Like I listened, of course, to MC Light, Queen Latifah and stuff, but I never saw a female live on stage, and it's a different feeling. The first time I saw the Fugees on the first European tour, it was '92, and they were opening up for Das Effects, and they were so unknown that they weren't even on the flyer. It's the Das Effects plus opening group, so it didn't even say the Fugees because they weren't known. But I saw Lauryn Hill on stage. I was 12 years old, and for me it was like a shock. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do what she's doing. And I think like the MCs, the female MCs that are out there, if people push them out there, put them in the spotlight, other females would follow. That's why I have a love-hate relationship with hip-hop, because hip-hop, I love hip-hop. It is my tool of expression. I would never give it up. But the way that hip-hop is represented in the media, in the mainstream, it is not what I listen to. And especially as a woman, they're really putting women down. Women's only role is to be shaking their ass in a thong by a pool. And I'm like, that is not me. So where is my women? Where are my strong women out there being represented?
Spontaneous, as the unrehearsed words that are free for such an emphasis, others to be heard. It's absurd of lifting me with every word. If you used to be sick, but now it's having the curd around your iris. That's where my mind is. Now let's remind it of thousands and thousands. Rest between my fingers, the smoke lingers. It's not life, it's the remix, remember. I'll be your last breath where the heart beats. I'll be the exact step where the stars meet. And it was your last night, and you marked me. And I became a part of you, became a part of me.
Music is one of the most powerful tools out there. And too many people are abusing it and not using it the right way. Like you see really famous, you want to talk today, don't you? No, but you always want to talk. But I just say that this is something I'm really passionate about. I just want to say that too many people, too many MCs, too many people within hip-hop are not using the power in the right way. They can make change, and still all they talk about is their fast cars and their bling and their tits in the ass. But in fact, they can make change, and they're not using their power. And we don't have the same amount of power, but we are using it to the fullest, and we always trying to, you know, I'm never gonna be quiet.
I think if music, of course, music is important, one of the most important mediums of communicating a message, because if it wasn't, why do political parties across the world, multinational corporations flock over all the latest, hottest music to find cool artists that can represent them? Every single company, from Glaxo to Philip Morris to the Conservative Party to the Republican Party to any party, is trying to find young, cool people so they can stand behind them and say, look, we are relevant, vote for us or buy our product or whatever. So of course it is, because if it wasn't, these type of people wouldn't care.
Discovered I could do patterns with lost flows, 'cause most can't see the beginning and cosmos. Discovered I could have found us with lost flows, 'cause most can see the beginning and cosmos. The vitals, I got me a clear hold. I've been told up and keep the rear goals. Discovered I could do patterns with lost flows, 'cause most can see the beginning and cosmos. Discovered I could have found us with lost flows, 'cause most can see the beginning and cosmos. The vitals, got me a clear hold. I've been told up and keep the rear goals.
There could be 1 trillion people. Every single person on the planet could be making music. Doesn't hinder me. Might hinder my sales, but doesn't hinder me, because music's in my heart. So it doesn't matter if everybody does music or nobody. I'm still going to make music regardless. And even if I don't sell a single copy, I'm still going to make music, because that's what I love doing. Of course, having more people in the marketplace makes it harder to sell music, and the fact that now music is so easily available from download sites for free makes it much harder to convince people to part with their money.
I need to say one thing, you know, it is not a coincidence that 50 Cent is one of the biggest artists in the world. It is not a coincidence, because they want to keep the population dumb. Why is Mos Def not bigger? Why is Talib Kweli not bigger? Because they touch on subjects that could educate the people. They don't want the people to be educated. Yeah, definitely. The government, yeah, the government are, you know, they control everything. Everything. The music that comes out as well. You know, like VADIM, he's been banned in America with his song, The Terrorist, and Your Revolution. You know, it's not a coincidence. The more stupid the artists are, the better. Because the less educated people there are, the better. Because if people get educated, people will rise. And if people will rise, change will come. And change is the worst thing that they could ever imagine. So they try to promote and support as much as they can dumbed down music. I'm just saying, we can change, especially now when we have the opportunity with the internet. We can take it in our own hands and make change. You have a choice on what you listen to. You can turn off your radio, you can turn off your TV, you can go out there and support the real artists, the organic hip hop. Yes.
I